So I want to share with you the 4 exact steps that you can use to predictably and consistently enroll more clients using social media. Now, I don't care whether you're using organic or paid advertising or any number of the other zillions of strategies you could use. They are all predicated off the foundation of these 4 exact steps. And I'm also going to give you numbers as well, so you know the KPIs that you can be using, that you should be using, that you can aim towards to build your business, get more clients, get more leads, and make more money using social media. So the first step is that it is content. So if you think of creating content like setting up an attractive storefront, when somebody comes into your store, i.e. they come onto any number of your social media platforms, you need to make sure with the content that you're creating that it makes it easy for the right person to find you. So what I mean by that is that when your ideal client comes onto your feed, do they very clearly know who you help and how you can help them get a result? If they can't answer that question in the first 4 or 5 posts that you are creating, then the people that do come into your store, i.e. browse your content, are going to walk out of the store and go next to your competitor's store and buy from them instead. Now, a good benchmark, if you're wanting to go from 10, 20,000 up to 50,000 a month, is to create between 5 to 7 pieces of content per week per platform. Now, could you do more? Yes. But consistency is much more important than the volume you do one week and you can't keep it up, right? Now, the second step is connections. So if you're somebody that feels like you just need the right type of person to engage with your content, you'd make so much more money and you just need help attracting the right type of person. If you think of connections, like if you've got 1,000 people walking through the shopping center, how do you actually get the right type of person to come into your store so you can have a conversation with them? So in order to be able to do that, obviously, if you're running paid advertising, then your advertising will get people to come back and see your content. But if you're running organically, it's really simple, is that all you need to do is go and identify 10 people you'd love to work with, go and send them a friend request or follow them, engage with a few of their posts and reach out to them. If you do that, what's going to happen is that a notification is going to pop up on their profile. And at first, they're probably going to go, who the f is that? Is this another one of those sugar daddies who want to sell me something? But after they do that, they're probably going to get curious. And after they've got curious, they're going to walk into your store, i.e. they're going to look at your content. And if you've done well what I shared before and that you make it easy for the right person to find you, then when your ideal client comes into your store from you connecting with them, then they're going to like your content or leave a comment. And then Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever platform you're using is going to say, hey, these 2 people are friends, and then guess whose content is going to be everywhere in their feed tomorrow? You. Now, that wasn't by chance, was it? It was by choice, because you've taken the time to connect with the people that you want to serve, and naturally then all of a sudden they're seeing all of your stuff, just like you're probably seeing my stuff now, wondering how it is happening. It's not magic. It's because I've probably connected with you in a very systematic way. Now, when you get people to come into your store, then you wouldn't just ignore them, would you? You would have a what with them? You would have a conversation with them. So I always say every like is a lead and every comment is a chance to make a connection. So once you start to get people to come into your store, be social on social media, connect with them. Not from the perspective of how can I make a sale, but just connect. And you never know where it could go. It could be a person that you could serve as a client. It could be somebody that could serve you. But then when you go into that conversation, you want to seek an opportunity to add value. Now, adding value could be enrolling them into your program, but it could be also directing them onto someone or something else that can help them. Because if you can come into the conversation with the energy of how can I help, then the people you speak to will generally feel that. They'll be more open to speak to you and with you. And because they're going to be following your content, you're going to be building a relationship with and be having them start to trust you even before you ever get into that conversation anyway. And generally speaking, you want to aim for up to 100 new conversations a day. It's the 100 method. You hear Hormozi talk about it. At the end of the day, if you reach out to 100 people a day, eventually you're going to get people to buy your stuff. And then step number 4 is calls. You get into conversations. If you can help them, you get them onto a call. And depending on your business model type, you could be having anywhere between 5 to 25 calls a week with prospects. And then obviously from call, it goes, you transition the person to a paying client. And you repeat that process. Now, as I share this with you, I want you to actually just reflect on this and what has happened with you. Again, chances are that we connected with you in some capacity. You saw a notification. Then what happened next? You came into my store. You looked at my content. Now, you wouldn't be still watching this if you didn't like what you saw in some capacity. So if you do, right now, pay homage to this. All I ask is that you pay it forward and leave a like or a comment on this video. That will then allow us to continue the relationship together. Whether you become a paying client of ours or not, it allows me to serve you and it allows me to get to know you more. And then eventually, chances are, I've already sent you a DM to say, hey, or maybe you might even want to send me a DM now because you can see that we understand how we can help you. And if that is you, what I'd really love to invite you to do is to send me a DM saying, let's say grow. Send me a DM with the word grow if you want help building your business and setting up a system like this for yourself now. And let's continue that conversation together. So let's just recap. The 4 steps are content, connections, conversations, and calls. Content, you can be sharing between 5 to 7 posts a week. Connections, you want to aim to add or follow up to 50 people a day and to connect with those people too. And then conversations, 100 a day. And then calls between 5 to 25 a week, depending on your business goals and how many clients you want to enroll per week consistently. So as I said, I hope this has served you. If you're on YouTube, hit subscribe. If you're on Facebook or Instagram, leave a comment below and let me know how this has served you. And I can't wait to see you on the next video.